Now, some people are going way ahead of the pack when they're talking about the fifth dimension and saying that everybody is going to get superpowers: levitation, telekinesis, telepathy, claircognizance. Um, I don't know any superpower of any superhero you've ever seen or any supervillain you've ever seen. Um, the superpowers that I expect that you're going to have are serendipity and synchronicity. And everything else, um, I'm not going to say that you're never going to have any of those things, but I don't expect them to be an everyday phenomenon. No, and the fifth dimension, as you get it from the song Age of Aquarius. Just listen to that. Age of Aquarius by the fifth dimension. Harmony and understanding. So it's Earth, but the people are all wonderful. Not phony at all. Authentic, wonderful. A gift economy. That means no money. Everything is free. Yep. So that's it. You have the organizing principles of serendipity, which is happy circumstances and happy accident, and synchronicity, which is a global organizing. Carl Jung, the father of psychology, coined the term. So look up Carl Jung psychology, synchronicity, and well, the music is the album Synchronicity by the Police, but I don't think the album Synchronicity is really clear as to explaining synchronicity. Well, if you're advanced, because I mean, we listened to those songs over and over again in the 1980s. Is it worth listening to Synchronicity and Synchronicity 2 on those albums? Well, it's just if you're brand new to the idea of synchronicity, I don't think those songs prepared us for what the idea of synchronicity is. Just when I listen to those songs many, many times. But I'm going to put it on my list to again, because I listened to Synchronicity album by the Police 6 weeks ago. Because I'm still trying to glean information from the lyrics and the music of Synchronicity, that album by the Police, because everything that they do is magic. Everything she does is magic, magic, magic. And he talked about Tantra long before any of us even knew what the word Tantra meant. We thought Tantra meant Kama Sutra, meant something sexual. That's what we thought Tantra was. Is it true? No, apparently a lot of Tantras have nothing to do with that. All the same, when someone says tantric sex and it's I don't know, they're gonna play some Sting's music or something. It's like somebody's gonna get a big bottle of massage oil, heat it up. I don't know. There's going to be lots of massage and lots of candles and incense and drums. And I don't know. In the end, there's going to be some, I don't know, orgiastic frenzy of magical circumstances or something. But anyway, in the fifth dimension, that's what I would expect. It's just that if you give people too many superpowers, then they become. Well, there was an episode of Star Trek The Next Generation where the Q were all standing around and they were bored. The Q have every superpower you can imagine. And they get bored because everything is it's too boring. It's too but I don't know. That was just the way they looked at it. You can go and find those episodes of the Q getting bored. So the idea is, without superpowers, you still have got things that you can do physically with your physical body. Because if you become, all the everything superpowers, then you don't need your physical hands anymore to do things. And that's not the point of the fifth dimension. It's not. The point of the fifth dimension is to have the best things that you have today, delete everything horrible, and add on more beautiful, beautiful. And no reptilian humans, reptilian on the inside and human on the outside, pretending to be friendly, and in the end, all they want is to eat you and your booty. Shake, 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 shake your booty. I'm your boogeyman. That was like the double entendre. I don't know. Like in those olden days, we never thought of anything other than get up and boogie meant get up and dance. But I'm your boogeyman. That's what I am, Casey and the Sunshine Band. Well, it's just that, some of the lyrics that he does from those days, the 1970s, are very predatory. The boogeyman is another name for a monster that lives, in your closet. Well, I don't know, when you're 7 years old, the boogeyman's going to get you. It's like, you don't want the boogeyman to get you. It's like a horrible monster. What else? Anyway, so that was just the idea. So why? Well, just because so you can get it in your head what fifth dimensional living is. I mean, some people do have these lucid dreams where maybe they do fly in their lucid dreams. I don't know. That would be to us beyond the fifth dimension. And they do talk about being able to go beyond the fifth dimension. Yes. But generally speaking, where I want to go, I'm pretty much happy with the idea of the fifth dimension where I don't have superpowers, but I have synchronicity, serendipity, and we live in a gift economy, which means all of us are gifting one another with stuff. Spirit is the organizing principle of synchronicity and serendipity. Just so you know. The peanut gallery, you can't hear them, but I can. And they're getting back to the architect of the Matrix in the Matrix movies. Is there a spirit apart from the architect? Or is the architect the spirit? There's arguments that probably could be made either way, and I will see if I can give you those arguments in future videos hopefully in the next day. But I never know, I never know. But anyways, the idea is simply, if you're Keanu Reeves and you come and the architect shows you multiple times when you have shown up there before, in the architect's office, and he explains how he keeps, I don't know, whatever he was. You can watch that scene again and again and again. Stuart Wilde, metaphysical teacher that I talk about quite a bit, said he watched the Matrix movies over and over and over and over again to get clues. Something about the lady in the red dress is important. She looks like, I don't know, the tall girl, Hefner. Hugh Hefner's daughter that was on Battlestar Galactica, that was a Cylon who looked like a gorgeous woman, a human. I don't know, we're off track. I knew this was going to happen. I knew this was going to happen. This always happens. Well, it's just that if you get superpowers, then it's no fun. And if you have people around who surreptitiously have superpowers, then they screw up things like baseball. I didn't want people using the power of superpowers to screw up my perfectly thrown pitch. If I'm a pitcher and I've learned how to perfectly put my hand on the baseball to make it move in a certain way so that I strike this guy out, me, because I spent years and years and years perfecting my technique of throwing the baseball, a slider or a curved ball, etc. I want credit for me doing the work of becoming a perfect pitcher. So I don't want somebody who has been gifted with superpowers to use superpowers to screw up my pitch. Because that's what's going to happen if some people get superpowers and other people don't. And if everybody gets superpowers, then how am I ever going to have a fair game of baseball or basketball or ice hockey or poker? In other words, the problem with superpowers is it makes things, it ruins everything. Now, what if the spirit, as part of your story, without you having the superpowers, what if the spirit keeps the superpowers and it decides when to have something supernatural happen so that you're all surprised all the time and you can't figure it out because it's not you, it's not your friend. It's not even the gypsy lady. The gypsy lady might talk. And they often do. If you watch the tarot card readers on YouTube, it's fantastic. They're super good. They're super good. It's super good. I don't know. For a scientific person, when you listen to them, I mean, they understand the psychology of humans so well. You just listen to them, and you just, even if they're just listen to them as if they're telling a story about, I don't know, they're made up stories on the run. Like, instead of watching Netflix tonight, go on YouTube and type in tarot reader, and really watch a bunch of them, because they'll tell you a story based upon the cards that they get. And so is screwing so and they had a baby, and that baby mama is fighting with, he had a baby with another woman 3 streets over. So that baby mama and that baby mama are having a baby mama fight because they're both trying to get money out of that deadbeat. And he's only got enough money for, he does have more than enough money, but he likes to play head games. And then he's got this business idea with this other, it's a man this time, and both of those women see a twinkle in his eye when he's looking at that man. It's too much twinkle. There's something fishy going on. That guy's got a new gold tooth. I don't know. Flip, flop, and fly. Don't care if I die. Flip, flop, and fly. Don't care if I die. Don't want to leave you. Don't want to say goodbye. Flip, flop, and fly by Downchild Blues Band. So anyway, tarot card readers, and then you just listen to the story they tell, and then they start giving you psychological relationship terms like codependency. You need to understand codependency, and you don't really understand it when I say codependent. It's a buzzword. But if you listen to the tarot card readers, because they tell you the story about this person and that baby mama, and that guy then got together with that baby mama, but that was a baby mama with the other baby. It's Jerry Springer. But they give you the explanatory notes about what's going on. They talk about karmics and divine masculines, divine feminines. And if you're on your path, if you've raised your consciousness on the scale of human consciousness sufficiently, you get on your divine path. That is the your best timeline, your best and highest timeline. Best for you and best for everybody else. It's the Blues Brothers. The Blues Brothers movie. The best movie came about because the Blues Brothers were gifted with a mission from God by Mother Superior. From the orphanage. The orphanage needed money to pay the rent. And so it got passed on down to the Blues Brothers to raise money. And then they had the concert. So everybody wins. Because they were doing a mission from God. So as long as you're doing missions, for God or from God, then you're on your divine mission and your divinity. And the tarot card readers talk about the karmics. The karmics are people who are not on their divine mission. They're mostly out trying to make another baby mama. Karmics are, reptilian people, green reptilian on the inside and, other human colors on the outside. But they always look human. Yeah, I'm not talking about extraterrestrials, theoretical Draco reptilians. No. I'm talking about humans that look like this on the inside. And on the outside, sometimes you do see them with these smiling teeth and, cold, steely gray eyes. Then you just can't kill the beast from Hotel California. Yes, and they're going for whatever the treasure is, where it's sex, money, and power are the main things that reptilian humans are going for. So these reptilian humans are called karmics when you listen to tarot card readers. And do it! It's like if you're sick of Netflix, or you just want to come to a better understanding of how the stories play out. Because you don't even have to find yours. They go by star sign, your zodiac sign, but you can pick just the first one that comes up on your feed. And quite often that story will get carried on by other tarot card readers. It's you funny. It's because it's like the I Ching. I Ching is a Chinese way of interpreting uh, what what's called the Book of Changes, the I Ching. So the changes that are going on in people's relationships, and the world at large. Well, the descriptions of supernatural powers. David R. Hawkins explained that he experienced Siddhi, Siddhi. That's the Sanskrit, which is an old language from India. Sanskrit word for spiritual superpowers. Yogic Sutras of Patanjali. You can get that book, and it explains everything about spiritual superpowers. When Dr. Hawkins talked about his experience, he just said he felt a love energy come out of his heart chakra, and it went to help some people who had been in a car accident. He said it wasn't voluntary. So in other words, he didn't think to send that love energy to those people. It just happened. He said God sent it. All the same, can you send love energy you yourself? The answer is yes, you can. Well, I do it, in my aura. My aura is always on. And, I sometimes will be given. I'm given because, well, I don't know. I don't really, I don't control this body anymore. The body is hacked by other people who shouldn't be attacking me, but they do. And but it's supposed to run directly from source, directly from spirit, without being interfered with by other people's egoic minds. So it does get interfered with that, but in an ideal situation, it wouldn't be fucked with egoic minds. It would run directly from source, directly from spirit, and it would do what spirit wants it to do. And then we would ride around inside of it and do, I don't know how much doing we do. It won't be as boring as you think. It's just that, right now is somewhat, why is it boring? Well, I don't know. It's just because I'm not given anything interesting to do with this body, mostly because it's being terrorized all day long, and it's hard to do anything when, you got to keep your hands on your balls all day because it's under electronic harassment. Don't forget to check the comments section underneath because I'll give you a link to somebody talking about what it's like to be me under electronic harassment.